What's up with y'all, man? Back again with a topic. My thoughts on Kevin Samuels. I must say everything. I can't sugarcoat nothing, so I gotta say everything. One of my first thoughts on Kevin Samuels is he might be an industry plant because he has a super lot amount of views, and the higher ups don't allow that unless you're a part of their team. You know what I mean? So it's a possibility that he could be an industry plant, not dead. But I'm gonna dumb myself down and act like I don't understand that type of world exists. You know, the Illuminati shit y'all don't believe in. So we're not gonna go there. But I just wanted to throw that out there. It's possible that he could be a plant that cause us to fight amongst each other, and that's why his page was so big. And it's possible he's not really dead. He could have been another character. But y'all not ready for that. So let's talk about what y'all might understand. See, the reason why it's so hard for women and men to get along and do what's right is because everybody wants to protect the gender. Everybody cares about gender. That's all they care about. Why? Because not necessarily that they care about the gender so much, because they hate on each other. Women and men hate on each other, meaning men hate on men and women hate on women. So it's not about, oh, I love my gender so much. It's more about, since I'm that gender, I feel offended or attacked, or I want what's best for me, right? But if you really want what's best for you, right, then you would stop taking up for your same gender just because they're your same gender. I want better women in the world, right? So I'm not going to take up for these blockhead ass, lying ass dudes, man. Why? But guess what women do? They see Kevin Samuels talking about some women this, women that, right? And they, by default, they take up for it. And then they cry about why men are the way they are. Well, you're just adding more fuel to the fire because you refuse to put women in check. As a woman, if you're a good woman, right? You taking up for bad women, that spreads more, that gives them a green pass to keep being bad women, right? And guess who they're going to be bad women towards? Men. So guess what men are going to do? Be bad towards women. So you can cry till you're blue in the face about there's no good men, but you got to check your gender first. Same with y'all men. You got to check your gender first. If you don't check your gender, it's not stopping. It will never stop, ever. There will always be friction with women and men unless women and men check their own gender. Stop pointing the finger at the other gender all the time. It's crazy how everybody, like on the woman's side, they hate Kevin Samuels, but you praise Cynthia G. A woman who is literally telling women to plot on men and act like you're busy and this and that. You praise her, but Kevin Samuels ain't never ever, he might say some shit that made a woman mad, but he ain't never said plot on women and use them. He never said that. Cynthia G does. See, the problem with a lot of people is you think that you're smart. A smart woman or man is smart enough to go look on YouTube and see the games that the opposite gender is going to try to run, so it doesn't get ran on them. They're not dumb. So if you think listening to Cynthia G is going to get you some type of game, it's not going to work. Because there's men that's going to be secretly listening. Oh, okay, that's what they do. They act like they're busy and this and that, and they try to use us for dates and stuff. Okay, I got it. All they're going to do is download the information. You lose the game when you play the game. The only way to win in this game with women and men is to not play the game. That is the only way you're going to win. All the people in the world that want to play that game, you're going to get played in the end. No way around it. When you play the game, you lose. You play yourself. Everybody want to get mad at women or get mad at men. Check your own gender first, man. That shit pisses me off, man. If something that Kevin Samuels said bother you, change it about yourself, man. All the bashing that women do about men, I look at myself, that don't apply to me. And if it did, and I didn't like it, I would change it. Simple as that. I would change it. I would not get mad because a woman says she doesn't want broke men, or men play PlayStation all the time and don't take care of their kids, or they're deadbeats or something. I wouldn't get mad because a woman's making a video over that. What I'm going to do is download the information and make sure it doesn't apply to me. That's what I'm going to do. But that's not what a lot of females are doing, man. They hear Kevin Samuels and they get mad because it's the truth what he's saying. It ain't even about Kevin Samuels. It's about the truth. Shut up. Stop speaking the truth. And now they're celebrating the death of somebody who was really speaking the truth. Doesn't matter how he said it. Don't matter. He still was speaking the truth. That needs to be said. And if you are a woman, why would you not want that type of guy? Why would you not want more men to expose other women? If you're a good woman, that is. But see, that's the problem. A lot of people are not a good woman. And that's why they get mad. If I'm a good man, I'm not mad at what Cynthia G says. The only thing I have a problem with is her telling women to plot on men. But that's okay. I won't even say nothing. I'll just download the game and make sure I arm myself so I don't get played. The reason why things Cynthia G says doesn't bother me, because it's not me. She can say, oh, black men this, or they love white women, or whatever. She can say whatever she wants. It don't apply to me. You see what I mean? I don't agree with what she said, and she's full of shit, right? When she's telling men or women to plot on men and shit, but guess what? If it doesn't apply to me, it doesn't bother me. That's what y'all got to understand. So when I see a woman get mad at Kevin Samuels, I automatically think she must be a bad woman. Why would you get mad? If you are a good woman and it does not apply to you, why are you mad? Because you sit around and talk about other women 24/7. But it's okay when you do it. But when Kevin Samuels do it, it's false, it's bashing, it's wrong. But when you do it, it's okay.
In a quarter mile, use the right 2 lanes to take the US 35 East ramp to Washington CH.
The same thing with y'all men. You can sit around talking about each other all day long, but when a woman starts talking about you, now it's a problem. Now y'all, and y'all men are wrong for like jumping on the...
Use the right 2 lanes to take the US 35 East ramp, then continue on to US 35 East.
You're wrong for jumping on the Kevin Samuels bandwagon. You're a problem too. When I mean Kevin Samuels bandwagon, what I mean is you're trying to like throw it in women's face like, y'all mad because Kevin Samuels this or that. You know, you're saying it in an arrogant way, not in the way of how I'm saying it. You're saying it in an arrogant way, trying to make them mad over. I'm not trying to make women mad over Kevin Samuels. I'm trying to make them understand that when it comes to being a woman, you know, if you're a good woman, the bad women are not on your side, man. They actually hurting you when it comes to men. They're actually making it harder for you when it comes to men. That is facts. If you are a good woman, the bad women are making it harder for you as a woman in the sexual market value place. Because the more women that, if you are a woman, say you're a woman, and you're like, shut up, Kevin Samuels, I'm taking up for women because I'm a woman. The more you let that wildfire go, the more men are going to get played by those type of women, and the more men are going to play you. You could be a perfectly good woman with a pure heart, but all those other women that hide them. Don't say nothing. We're a woman. We're women, so we're going to act like women don't do the shit they do, right? So don't cry when men do the same shit. The same thing, vice versa. Y'all men, you do the same shit, man. And then when I make this video, you mad at me. I don't want to talk to him. He didn't keep a code, man. Fuck the code. What's right and what's wrong? It's all about God. It ain't about no code. God don't want women and men fighting each other and hating each other. What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all are part of the problem. If you take a gender, you're a part of the problem. It's not about gender, man. Some of y'all got daughters and sons and you're taking genders. That's ridiculous, man. If you don't put that wildfire out, guess what? It could actually affect your daughter or your son. When they get big, then what? When your daughter or son comes home crying, then what? Remember? But no. All y'all men, you wanted to keep the code. So don't cry when a little 14-year-old boy, his dad he kept the code and he wanted his son to go get you some sex, son. I want you to get some women. Don't get mad when that's your daughter. Remember, you wanted to keep the code, motherfucker. Remember? This is what I don't like about people, man. It's not about gender, man. And the same thing with y'all women. Don't cry when your little son gets hurt. Because you wanted to turn the blind eye. You didn't, I don't see what women are doing. They ain't doing anything because I'm a woman. It's not about if you're a fucking woman or if you're a man, man. It's really not. But this is, you know what, people? Most people are still going to go off of gender instead of what's right or wrong. So guess what? It'll never change. You're always going to have women plotting on men and lying and playing around, using them for dates. That's not going to change because you got other women, even good women, taking up for these women because the word woman. It's sad, man. What does that have to do with you good women? You're in a whole different bracket, but you're taking up for them? But yet you'll be the same ones that talk about each other as women. Oh, but if it's a man, it's a problem. And the same thing with y'all men. If you're a good man, why are you taking up, acting like, oh, I don't see these players out here doing this shit. No, I don't see nothing. I'm not going to speak on that, but I'll speak on women 24/7. But I ain't going to speak on what men are doing because I want to keep the code and I don't want to look like weak and all this bullshit. That's bullshit, man. You ain't going to look weak for standing up for what's right. I don't care what men think. I care about what God thinks. God wants right. God don't want men and women hating each other. So you think I care about some men get mad because I expose the bullshit they do? I'm exposed. It needs to be exposed, right? It needs to be exposed. Because if you're a good woman, a good man, it doesn't apply to you. So if you feel offended or mad, it must apply to you. No way around it. I would never, even though Cynthia G tells women that men ain't shit and use them and fly them, all these tricks, all these strategies and all this bullshit, I still wouldn't be happy that she died. Like, oh, she died. All she did was bash men. I'm not going to do that, man. For one, it doesn't apply to me. The stuff she talking about don't apply to me. The only thing that could apply to me is a woman trying to plot. So all I do is download that information. But her bashing the man, that's on her, man. She want to bash a man all her life, whatever. I don't care. Some of it needs to be said. I agree. Like, to a certain extent, a lot of stuff she say needs to be said because men do need to be exposed, right? But I do not agree with the plotting on men. That's a problem. I've never heard Kevin Samuels ever say plot on women. All he did was tell the truth. And women don't want to hear it. So now they mad. But guess what? The truth's still there. And it's only going to get worse because nobody's doing anything about. When you accept the truth, that means you'll start to improve as a person. Okay, I fucked up in life. I shouldn't have done that. Let me fix this. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have dealt with dude or got married or something. Now I'm divorced. Let me fix it so it don't happen again. People don't want to do that though, man. They get in their feelings, man. They want to hide from reality. And it's not good, man. Because how are you ever going to overcome what you fucked up if you hide from reality? How are younger women and men going to become better if the women and men that are older than them don't do nothing about it? Don't hold each other accountable. It's not going to happen. It's just going to get worse. So remember, when you see all these posts about men ain't shit, blah, 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 women ain't shit, blah, 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 remember, all y'all motherfuckers in the world that didn't want to hold your same gender accountable, that's why you see that. And you're going to keep seeing it. Because y'all want to keep keeping the code? Okay, keep the code. But you're going to get burned, man. The only way to win is not to play. When you play the game, I don't care who you are, you lose. You play yourself when you play the game. I don't care who you are. Nobody's immune to it. Nobody's immune to this game. So if you play it, you're playing yourself. You might get over for now. You might get vacation trips and shit. Like, yeah, I got men all over me, vacations and all that. Yeah, you getting away for now. But in the end, you basically going to sell your soul, basically. You could have been a great-ass fucking singer or something and had your own money and ran into a solid-ass dude. But instead, you chose to use guys. which is going to destroy you because their spirits and all that stuff they got in them. Same thing, vice versa with a man. You chose to go down the path with sleeping with a bunch of women when you could have passed up. You probably passed up on a woman that's the best you'll ever get, and you won't realize until later in life. Probably the realest one you ever gonna get, but y'all don't. I'm done talking about it, man. All I know is this, man. You know, these women, a lot. If they mad about Kevin Samuels said, the shoe fits. I never in my life got mad over a shoe that does not fit. These niggas is ugly in my timeline. You think I'm gonna get mad if a woman say that? I don't give a fuck. I don't feel ugly. I'm only gonna get offended if I feel ugly. They can say whatever they want about men. It don't apply to me. So why the fuck would I get mad? I might speak on it. Like, nah, or the same thing vice versa. Like, hey, vice versa though. You could say bad about men and I'll be like, all right, yeah, you're right, but vice versa too or something. But I ain't gonna get mad and wish a woman was dead and happy she's dead. That's crazy, man. All because of something somebody said and the truth hurt and I don't want to fix myself. So instead, I'm just going to get mad, right? We'll never have a better, women will never become better as a whole. More women will never become better unless the bad women start getting held accountable. The bad women have to be punished, not rewarded and hidden. They have to be punished. They don't deserve benefits from men. But they get them 24/7. That's why the so-called bad women get mad, because they don't want that. They don't want that wool pulled off of them. They want to make it seem like they don't exist. These type of women that does the shit Kevin Samuels talk about, that don't exist. No woman in the world does this shit, right? It's just bashing women, right? Same thing, vice versa with the men. They don't want you to know that these type of men exist. So when the women start exposing, they get mad or offended, either because it's them, or because they want to keep the man code so men can try to get over on women. It's sad that men and women constantly trying to get over on each other. That's sad, man. I don't want no parts of it. And if you're a good woman and man, I know you don't want no parts of it. But guess what? It's not going to change. So get used to it. And the reason why it's not going to change, because nobody's going to hold their own gender accountable. Everybody immediately, by default, goes against the other gender. When really, you don't have to go take sides of a gender. It's all about taking the side of what's right. Maybe I don't even have to have a daughter and son to understand this. To understand that I can't just take a man's side and just ignore women. Like, how can somebody hate the opposite gender that much? To the point that they're going to ignore their gender bullshit and just point the finger over there. You literally got to hate the opposite gender. Because if you had love for the opposite gender, you would have much more compassion and understanding. And there's no way that you could just take one side. There's no way. There's no way in the world that I could just take the man's side. Because I understand. I have compassion for women and understanding for women. A lot of things Kevin Samuels say about dating higher value men and stuff is actually telling women to, it's actually pointing out men. It's not, see, women will think that's bashing. When somebody says they better men, they'll think you're bashing a woman. But really you're bashing the man because you said they better men. And it don't, who gives a fuck if people, this is my thing. Who cares about what women or men say about women or men? Right? Why? Because if you're doing what you're supposed to do as a woman or man, it doesn't apply to you. So if you're mad, it must apply. Whether it's Cynthia G or Kevin Samuels or whoever else. If you're mad, it must apply to you. If a man comes on here and says, yeah, these women use men for women, men for women, or men for dinner dates, and then you see it and you say that's bashing, or you get mad or unfriend him, must be you then. I mean, I don't know no other. Ain't no way I'm gonna get mad if a woman came on Facebook or wherever and said these men, watch out for these men, they'll use you for dinner dates. Why would I be mad about that? Think about that, people. Why? Why would I even get mad? Why would I tell that woman, nah, that don't exist? These men don't do that. Be quiet. Why would I do that? She's trying to look out for other people. Why? Because I'm a man, I'm supposed to act like that doesn't exist and take the side? Well, if I do, and that fire keeps burning, now what happens when I have a daughter? Now what? Remember, you took the side. Karma don't forget. Remember, you took the side. Karma don't forget. You wanted to act like bad women and men didn't exist for your own benefit or to take the side of the gender. So when it starts, when it's fire that nobody wants to put out, keeps burning down to your kids. Remember this. Remember this. You didn't want to put out that fire. You didn't want to be part of putting that fire out. You wanted to be part of keeping that fire going. Because in your mind, you don't understand why most men probably do the shit they do to you, or why most women do the shit they do to you. That's why, for the most part, I'm not mad at women, because I know why they're gonna fly. I know why you might want to use a man for his money, or flake on him, or ghost him, or use him for a date. I know why, because of my gender is doing it. But you're not doing that to me, because I'm not the one who did it. So the only reason why I run game, so you can't run game on me. That's all everybody should be doing. Getting game so it can't be run on them. Not to plot on motherfuckers and argue and hate each other. That's stupid.
In half a mile, keep left to stay on US 35 East.
It's stupid, man. But it ain't gonna change. I can say this a million times and people won't even watch this video, but they'll get on Facebook and post men ain't shit though, or women ain't shit, but they completely ignore this. Why? Because I don't have the audience. But let me be one of these rappers.
Keep left to stay on US 35 East.
Let me be like a city rapper or something who has a little bit of a following. Then they believe everything I say be the realest shit ever. And they don't even be saying shit half the time. They don't be saying none of this shit. They don't say nothing about women and men coming together. They just say shit that sound cool, the gossip. It has no weight. Or they'll say something that sounds good. Not something that's going to help you. Just because something sounds good don't mean it's going to help you. A lot of times the shit that's going to help you is shit that you do not want to hear. Think about it as when it comes to your kids. A lot of the stuff you got to tell them is stuff they do not want to hear, but it's beneficial to their life. They will later, but now they don't. Right now they don't get it. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear what you want to tell them. Just like if somebody say, I'm trying to get in shape. They don't want to hear that you got to cut out them there almost all the time, all that other shit. They want to eat what they want. They don't want to hear that shit. Right? I'm just giving y'all an example. They don't want to hear it, man. But whatever, man. This shit ain't going to stop, man. I'm so tired of social media, women and men, war, bullshit. Like, y'all gonna keep arguing about who's wrong to the day y'all die, man. Because y'all refuse to be a part of putting the fire out. You want to be a part of the fire. You know what I mean? And it's never gonna stop burning. Never. But remember this, as a man, if you say what I'm saying is weak or take it up for a woman, remember this shit, man. Keep that same energy when your daughter turns 16 or whatever and starts wanting to wear skirts and all that shit. Keep that same energy. Remember? Don't be getting a shotgun for her little boyfriend now. No. Remember? It didn't matter to you. I'm telling you, the fire got to be put out or it's just going to be worse. It's going to burn other women and men even worse. You think it was burning your grandmas and grandpas, right? Then the generation, it burned them a little bit more. Then it burned people a little bit more. Now we basically on fire in this motherfucker, man. when it comes to men and women doing each other wrong and lying, and where everybody wonder why love don't exist. Because anytime somebody tries to point out bullshit about why people need to improve in life or how they need to pick better and all that, motherfuckers get mad. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear nothing about it. All they care about is gender and themselves. So remember that when it comes to your daughters and sons, if you are these type of people. If you are a good woman or man, remember that most of them, if you are a good woman or man, remember that your same gender is a big reason why there's so many bad women or men. Remember that. Now, a motherfucker can't make you do what you don't want to do, but you got to understand what you're going up against. The content of it. It's men and women getting together, dealing with each other, right? So if you ever wonder why men lie all the time and always want to sleep with a bunch of women and this and that, some of those women are making it easy accessible for that. But then when you say that, when a man says that, man, these women they cheat and did this, and then you get mad because you hear the word woman. But then when you get cheated on, don't get mad. Don't get mad, because guess what? If you are a woman and you get cheated on, guess what? It took a woman to cheat, right? That was a woman that slept with that guy you was with. So don't get mad, remember? When it comes to exposing this stuff about women, it's bashing, right? It's not true. Same thing with y'all men. Don't get mad. Don't get mad when these men sleep with your girl or whatever and all this other shit. Nah, don't get mad. Don't get mad because they willing to trick 500 and you not, because you don't know the woman. Don't get mad. Remember, you wanted to take up for these guys. You act like these guys didn't exist. You wanted to keep the code, so therefore keep the code. Keep it G, remember? Don't switch up now. Motherfuckers don't even know what the effect that they be having. Like, they don't even know the pain they be causing. Because they not thinking with their mind, man. If you take up for the same gender just because by default, you're not thinking with your mind. If you think that it's only the other gender's fault and not yours, you're not thinking with your mind. So say, here I am, a good guy, right? And then I run across a woman who's been played by a bunch of men. Now she's playing men. You think I'm going to get a pass because I'm a good guy? She might give me a pass and discard me because I'm a good guy. Like, I'm not going to hurt him because he's a good dude. I'm not going to do that to him. But then what about the bad women who will do it to you regardless? You think she's just plotting and scheming because she's my opposite gender and no man has ever done that to her? So y'all women think these men just plot and scheme on you because no woman in the face of the earth has done nothing wrong to men. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Your same gender is the biggest reason why this shit happens. Because you're dealing with the opposite gender, which means they was dealing with the opposite gender. Which is the reason why they're probably try to play you before they feel they get played. So if you're a good woman or man, I'm telling you, unplug from the circus. Only try to deal with good women and men, and make sure you screen them out. Because these bad women and men, you know, they're not gonna stop. They're not gonna admit that their same gender is wrong because they need that to their advantage. See, if I'm plotting and scheming on you, why would I ever admit that women do this or men do this? Nah, that's the last thing I want. Of course I'm going to try to hide that shit. Like, nah, that's not true. Shit sickening, man. Sick ass world, man. But ain't nobody going to get it, y'all. I just hope y'all have a good day. You know what I mean? That's woman and man. Ain't no gender. That's why when I make my videos, it goes both ways, man. And I don't care if it blows up or not. I don't want to be the guy that just talk about just make a channel for men. It don't make no sense, man. Or just make a channel for women, like your boy, the guy caught cheating. Derek Jackson or something. And the reason being is a woman or man can really ruin a woman or man's life. So if I'm all about making women or men better, like everybody claim they are, you know, the gender people who want to just take sides, you claim you all about making women better, right? Well, guess what? There's a problem, and it's called men. If you don't go both ways with this, you're not going to help that problem. Because part of women being better is men being better. And the same thing vice versa. Technically, we don't really need each other, but at the same time, if we're still dealing with each other, right, we could still destroy each other. Or we can build each other. Because I know people are going to say, I don't need nobody to build me, right? Nobody can destroy me, right? But if you're dealing with, if you're interacting with, if you're dealing with the opposite genders, there's got to be results out of that. Something's coming out of that. You don't just deal with somebody and nothing happens at all. I just deal with people and nothing happens. It don't work like that, man. So men and women are going to either keep building each other or destroying each other, man. Or not dealing with each other at all. That's the only other way. Shit ain't gonna stop though, man. Even if you're in a relationship, you ain't safe either. People still do dumb shit there too, right? I'm not even gonna get on all that. I'm just saying. Everybody's scared of the truth, man. That's the problem. Because the truth hurts. But so does lies. Lies hurt worse than the truth. So I don't understand why people be all comfortable with these lies and shit. Those motherfuckers hurt worse. And I feel they have bigger effects too. The truth actually sets you free. I'm not overweight, but I feel like I need to lose some weight. But about 95% women will say, no, you're fine. Right? And blow my head, oh, you're not overweight, which I'm not really, but if I feel that way, right, I gotta be honest about myself. Maybe that's not a good thing. What I'm trying to say is, some people are not honest about shit that they got within themselves, who they are. Like, say I get fired from a job for smoking weed, right? And I blame it on everything but the weed and myself, right? I don't blame it on me. I don't blame it on weed. I just blame it on society. I blame it on the white man. It was the white man that did it, man. That's a problem, man. That's not looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, I do need to stop doing it. Even if you don't want to admit it, it's best to be that way. So say a woman's 10,000 pounds, but everybody's telling her, oh, you look good, girl. That's cool, I get it, but at the same time, it can make that woman never see the truth, the reality of, okay, I need to take care of myself a little bit better. Or maybe I can't attract a good man because of the way I move and the way I act. Maybe I shouldn't act this masculine. But if you say this, fuck that, you're weak and all this. See what I'm saying? They hide from the truth, is what I'm trying to say. Or they deny it and they act like it doesn't exist. Just like they do when it comes to women and men behavior. They act like that shit doesn't exist. They only act like the opposite gender's behavior exists. And we know that's bullshit. Somebody lying. How can you have both genders claiming only the opposite gender's behavior exists? Somebody lying. And somebody's telling the truth at the same time, if you get what I'm saying. Y'all have a good day, man. This shit crazy, y'all. I don't know, man. Y'all wonder why it's so hard to date and shit and this type of era is because of what I'm telling you. You got too many motherfuckers plotting, women plotting on men, men plotting on women. And everybody keeping it like it doesn't exist. That's the problem. Y'all have a good day.